400 years later, Shakespeare's wisdom still speaks. Here are his sharpest lines. To be or not to be, that is the question. Shakespeare's Hamlet isn't just talking about life and death. He's voicing the universal moment of doubt we all face. Do we fight on or do we give up? 400 years later, it still sounds like the most poetic version of, should I keep going or is it all pointless? All the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players. Shakespeare's not just being poetic here. He's calling life one giant performance. We act tough, we play the lover, we wear masks to hide who we are. 400 years later, it still feels like he was predicting social media. Everyone performing, everyone playing a role. The course of true love never did run smooth. Shakespeare nails it. Love isn't a fairy tale, it's a battlefield. Obstacles, jealousy, timing, it's messy. Centuries later, this line still feels like the most honest relationship advice ever. If it's real, expect the bumps along the way. Some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them. Shakespeare's line is basically the ultimate breakdown of power and success. Some inherit it, some grind for it, and some just stumble into it. Even today, it explains why the spotlight lands on people so differently, from royals to hustlers to viral overnight sensations. Cowards die many times before their deaths. The valiant never taste of death but once. Caesar reminds us that fear kills us long before anything else does. Every hesitation, every retreat, every what if chips away at life. The brave, on the other hand, face death only when it truly comes. It's both philosophy and history wrapped in one. Courage makes a life fuller, fear makes it smaller. There is nothing either good or bad, but thinking makes it so. Hamlet isn't saying the world is meaningless, he's pointing out how much of reality is shaped by our minds. What feels like tragedy to one can be an opportunity to another. It's a reminder that perspective is power. The world is not fixed, it bends with the way we choose to see it. Hell is empty, and all the devils are here. Shakespeare takes the idea of evil out of some distant underworld and drops it into our own world. The devils aren't lurking in fire and brimstone, they walk beside us, disguised as people. It's a chilling reminder that human cruelty can be far more frightening than any myth. Brevity is the soul of wit. Shakespeare reminds us that true intelligence doesn't need endless words. The sharpest thoughts are often the shortest ones. Even now, in a world of tweets and sound bites, this line proves that clarity and conciseness cut deeper than long speeches. What's in a name? That which we call a rose by any other name would smell as sweet. Juliet reminds us that labels and titles don't define true worth. A rose would remain fragrant no matter what we call it. Love, character, and beauty are not bound by names. They live in essence, not in words. We are such stuff as dreams are made on, and our little life is rounded with a sleep. Shakespeare captures how fragile life really is, fleeting, dreamlike, gone in a moment. All our ambitions and struggles dissolved into sleep at the end. It's both humbling and beautiful. Life is brief, but while it lasts, it glimmers like a dream. The lady doth protest too much, methinks. With a touch of irony, Shakespeare shows how over-insistence can reveal the truth we're trying to hide. The louder the denial, the more suspicion it stirs. It's a timeless insight into human nature. Sometimes our words betray us more than they protect us. Parting is such sweet sorrow. Juliet captures the ache of goodbye, sorrow in leaving, Yet sweetness in knowing love makes the farewell painful. It's the paradox of deep connection, joy and grief intertwined, because the greater the love, the harder it is to let go. The fault, dear Brutus, is not in our stars, but in ourselves. Shakespeare rejects the idea that fate controls us. Destiny isn't written in the stars, it's shaped by our choices. It's a call to take responsibility. Our lives are not ruled by chance, but by the courage or hesitation within us. Better 3 hours too soon than a minute too late. Shakespeare reminds us that timeliness is a mark of respect and wisdom. Arriving early may cost us patience, but arriving late can cost us everything. It's a lesson in discipline that still holds true in every age. Time waits for no one. There's daggers in men's smiles. Shakespeare warns that betrayal often hides behind charm. A smile can conceal a blade, and kindness can mask cruelty. It's a chilling truth of human nature. Trust must be earned, for not every friendly face is a friend. Uneasy lies the head that wears a crown. Shakespeare captures the burden of leadership. Power comes with worry, responsibility, and sleepless nights. Even today, those in authority face the same pressures. A reminder that glory is never without its cost, 400 years later as much as in his time. Misery acquaints a man with strange bedfellows. Shakespeare observes how hardship can bring together the most unlikely alliances. When life pushes us into struggle, we meet people we'd never expect. Today, as in his time, adversity often reveals both hidden connections and surprising truths about human nature. Love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind, and therefore is winged Cupid painted blind. Shakespeare reminds us that true love is guided by perception and understanding, not mere appearances. Attraction can be deceiving, but the heart sees deeper truths. Even now, this insight resonates. Love often defies logic and first impressions. Listen to many, speak to a few. Shakespeare advises the power of careful observation. Knowledge comes from listening, while wisdom lies in speaking selectively. Even today, the art of restraint and discernment can protect us from folly and guide our decisions. This above all, to thine own self be true. Shakespeare emphasizes integrity and self-awareness. Before trying to please others or follow the crowd, be honest with yourself. Even centuries later, this advice remains timeless. Authenticity is the foundation of a meaningful life. Lord, what fools these mortals be! Shakespeare observes human folly with both humor and insight. We stumble, misjudge, and act impulsively, often blinded by pride or desire. Even now, his words ring true. Human nature hasn't changed, and we still make the same mistakes. I am one who loved not wisely, but too well. Shakespeare captures the danger of letting passion overrule reason. Love can inspire greatness, but unchecked, it can destroy. Even today, this line resonates. Devotion without balance can lead to heartbreak, regret, and unintended consequences. Strong reasons make strong actions. Shakespeare reminds us that purpose drives courage. Decisions grounded in conviction lead to decisive action, while uncertainty breeds hesitation. Even centuries later, this truth guides leaders, creators, and anyone striving to make an impact. My tongue will tell the anger of my heart, or else my heart, concealing it, will break. Shakespeare captures the necessity of expression. Holding in intense emotion can be destructive, while speaking truth, even anger, can release tension and prevent harm. Today, it still reminds us that honesty and communication are essential to emotional health. Out, damned spot! Out, I say! Shakespeare plunges us into guilt and conscience. Macbeth's torment shows how past actions can haunt the mind, no matter attempts to wash them away. Even now, this line resonates. Our choices linger, and inner reckoning cannot be escaped. And that's a wrap on our journey through Shakespeare's most powerful words. Thank you so much for watching and spending a few minutes with the Bard's timeless wisdom. If you enjoyed this video, I'd love to hear from you. Drop your ideas for future videos in the comments. Which quotes or themes should we explore next? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss a dose of timeless insight. Until next time, keep reflecting, keep questioning, and keep living with a touch of Shakespeare's brilliance.